Welcome to Africa Discourse channel. We are still at the Partnering for Change event, and this year's theme is on women, economic empowerment, and system change. And then we met a couple of change makers, women who are making change in various industries here, and we are going to be speaking to one of them. So I have with me Miss Eunice, and she is the co-founder of Bidigreen. I don't want to murder her profile, so I'll just give it to her to tell us a bit about herself, then we'll delve into the conversation.
Okay, so my name is Eunice Mawuena Kloe. I'm a co-founder for Bidigreen. We've been in operation for about 3 years, and we're mostly into waste energy.
Okay.
So that's basically what we do.
All right. So why Bidigreen, and what was the inspiration to start Bidigreen?
Okay. Why Bidigreen? I mean, growing up, chocolate has been an integral part of our culture, what we do at home. It's not just as a source of food, but it's a livelihood. And so to see our mothers every day cooking like 3 times a day with kids at their back and inhaling smoke every day, it was quite disturbing. So I just thought, so what then can we do? We have waste and it could be transformed to energy. So in that way, we went from waste energy.
Okay.
I mean, it was all centered around the community development projects, but with the same concept, seeing women every day with their kids at their back, inhaling smoke. I mean, it was just devastating. Health aside, they also have the environment, deforestation, and a whole lot. So that's why I started Bidigreen with my co-founders.
Okay, that's nice. So you've been in operations for 3 years, and I know it hasn't been a smooth journey. You have successes, but what has been some of the challenges you face as a woman who is into an enterprise or building a business? What are some of the challenges you faced so far, and how are you able to overcome them?
One thing is that people take you for granted. You might be passionate about what you're doing, but you feel like it's a man's job. Why are you disturbing yourself? I mean, what do you have to prove? And they take your request for granted. And places and rooms you need to be in for certain decisions, you are passed up for it. And it's disturbing and it retards your progress. So that has been one major challenge. And sometimes they feel women are not up to the task. You get contracts, and I mean, when they see the company and see the face behind it, they are just, oh, it's a ladies' company, they are so soft. And when it comes to negotiating, they feel like you need to be humble about it.
Yeah.
Yes, you want progress, but then people are not so ready to give you room to go far. So that's been one major challenge. But one thing I've learned is that it teaches you to be resilient, because sometimes you see these obstacles. They are not stop signs. It just means you need to take a detour and find a way around the problem. So that's what I have learned.
Okay. So coming back into like a woman leading a team, I know it's not easy, because I've also like experienced working with teams where you have to lead as a woman, and then you have a lot of men being on that team. How are you able to take leadership and then being able to manage an enterprise or a business as a woman trying to be in a position of leadership?
Okay, one thing is that you need to take up a space. Tell them, you need to know your facts. You need to have things at your fingertips. They need to realize that you know what you are doing. And I think with consistent appearances and showing that you are up to the task, they will naturally fall in line. Well, occasionally you need to drum it like home. But
Yeah.
most of the time, it takes time, and you do not earn the respect by just like forcing people to do what you want. But once they see consistently that you're proving yourself, they'll just follow.
All right. So this is my last part of my question. So speaking on the theme where we are trying to get more women into social entrepreneurship, or even women into entrepreneurship, what do you think are some of the things we need to do, not just to have conversations, but some of the actions we need to take to make sure that these things are not just things we just say, but are things that come into realization?
Okay. So I think one thing I want to highlight is that there's a whole trend around women. Everyone is like, we need to support women, they are entrepreneurs, but it's one thing to say it and one thing to know what's really happening on the ground. So I think what I would say is they need to come down to the ground, to the grassroots, like try to understand some of their settings and know how to like move on from there. I think someone mentioned something like patient financing. So you talk about giving women funds, but giving the women funds to actually go forward with their businesses. But you should also realize that they also have very specific issues that are attached to what they do, and they as entrepreneurs and what they do for their businesses. So also understanding their setting would also better inform how they would like draft issues like funding programs for them.
Okay. So before I let you go, any last words to share on, and then how do we get in touch with Bidigreen? If somebody wants to partner with you or work with you, how do we get in touch with you?
Okay, so you can actually get in touch with us. We are on Instagram, we are on LinkedIn. You can also like check our website. Yes, and yeah, or just go on Google, type Bidigreen. You get our details, our address, our office. Then you can pass by the web from there.
All right. So this has been an amazing session with Eunice, the co-founder of Bidigreen. Please do also check them out on all social media platforms. Get to know what they are doing, and then please support their work. Thank you so much, Eunice, for joining us.
You're welcome.
And it was lovely speaking to you.
Lovely.